Good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening, depending on the time you happen to be with this video. Hello everyone, this is me, Chamra Prabhat. Again, you are joining English with Cham Prabhat YouTube channel. In my YouTube channel, you always find videos how to build up better English sentences, particularly those sentences are too meaningful and too long. Sometimes I upload English speaking videos for my personal benefit and for a bit of motivation for yourself as well. Today also I have thought to speak a longer session. It may be around 1 hour. I don't know how many hours will it take. So it doesn't matter. Today I want to talk about some special topics. Not some, only one special topic. I don't know whether it will be extended to some or a couple of topics. It may be. It depends on while I'm speaking because this is not a script. I'm speaking in front of you live. Initially, this is not a live one. This is going to be uploaded so soon. Sometimes you will get in about 5 or 6 hours later. It doesn't matter. All right. Speaking seems to be very difficult for most of the people in Sri Lanka. They get hesitated because they think speaking this language is really difficult. Yes, it's quite obvious if you don't try in your best how to speak and try to speak in English, it's natural doing mistakes. The very first stage while I was speaking English, I did lots of mistakes. While I'm doing mistakes, I still uploaded those YouTube videos because I wanted to emphasize the real process of speaking this language. In the very first videos, I'm not speaking like this. My speed is really low. I'm thinking and I am collecting words and then I was expressing my own ideas. That's too slow. And I was thinking, like when I'm doing this YouTube video, I'm thinking for a couple of seconds. Sometimes the seconds might be extended into minutes as well. In the very first stage, while I was speaking, I did spoke to myself only. When I was at university, yes, I was a graduate at University of Sri Javandpura. I did a special degree, and I'm not doing that in that my particular field, but I selected this English field as the preferable field that I would like to continue my career path. That's why I'm a teacher of English and I'm teaching you how to build up language sentences of your own. Yes, during that time, I plugged my headphones on and I pretended that I was speaking to an alien friend, which he is in another country. In that way, I was walking around everywhere in the streets and sometimes in the playground. Sometimes when I was chatting with friends, I got some excuses and I went out and I pretended that I was speaking to an alien friend, who is not in Sri Lanka. I continued that path so many years. Then after that, I uploaded many YouTube videos, but all of them are unlisted. I put myself a topic and I extended that topic from 2 minutes to 5 minutes. Then increased in it was increased up to 10 minutes. I uploaded many videos of 10 minutes to my YouTube channel, to a separate YouTube channel, and everything was unlisted, and that can be seen only by myself. That's the process I was adapting, and now I think I am speaking this language to a considerable level. And I am in a position to teach everyone including anyone. Sometimes maybe the teachers, because most of the teachers know how this language works, but they most of them have been unable to teach in a clear way that students can understand every aspects of English. That's a burning need in this society, to teach someone which can be understood very easily using simple techniques. In my YouTube channel, I upload many and many YouTube videos how to build up English sentences using singular language, because we are single people and we are Sinhalese, and it's very easy for us to make translations at first. That's why I use that simple technique, and it would really benefit for all of you. That's why my subscribers level is getting up and it's reaching to 35,000 subscribers. I really love for all of you having one of my partners who is creating my future. I'm not creating my future of my own by myself. I'm creating it by myself and with the help of my YouTube viewers. That would be really beneficial for all of us, including the people who are living abroad and they who are having a burning desire to achieve this language as well. Not only this, I'm doing IELTS essay writing classes as well, because I'm a teacher of English who is teaching students how to build up English sentences in a specified way, so that with grammar, proper grammar rules as well. So I'm professional teacher of English who teach how to build English sentences that is particularly applicable with how to build, how to write a better essay. You know, in IELTS essay, the word count should be at least 250 words. So there should be clear structures and ways how to write those essays to get a better IELTS band score as well. Today's topic is not about that one, speaking this language, and about a special topic that I have selected today also. You may notice me that I am speaking so fast. I am not keeping anything with me. This is my real natural speaking. This is the way of my speech. At the first stage, I should mention that the first stage I was not speaking this fast. That's really fascinates me, because when I remember everything when I was starting my first journey as an English teacher. I was really unable to speak in English, though I am really able to I was really able to build English sentences, and at the same time, I was able to teach you clearly. I can remember the first time that I uploaded my YouTube video during the time of Corona period. I was a teacher, I was a starter teacher during that time, and that's the first stage that I was doing classes, and I think the Corona struck 5 or 6 months after I started my tuition career. It was a complete drop down because of that one. Then I thought, what would I do now? What would happen if I upload my videos to YouTube? And it took at least 6 or 7 months to get about 500 views to the single video, and I remained silent for 5 or 6 months with the same video, and I got comments and like, and I was thinking that, wow, it's gonna be okay, and I would upload so many videos. Then I tried my best with limited facilities. You might observe that I was having a little board and no light for my YouTube videos. Yet, many of my viewers are still with me, because I know they are thinking this teacher might teach us. This teacher would be nice than other teachers. That's why they are still engaged with me. Sometimes they are not still engaged with me, because I have conducted so many classes, and perhaps might they be one of my students in my online courses as well. So I might be guessing that the first YouTube viewers are not with me, because I have completed so many courses, and they might be one of the partners, one of the participants of those courses as well. So, now the speaking has reached 10 minutes. During that 10 minutes, I was speaking in a good tone. I was not keeping any notes. You might notice, you should notice that I'm not keeping any notes and I don't pause. This video is not going to be cut and edit one. There's an ongoing speech that you will understand, because you cannot see any cut and edit in this video. All right. The first First of all, I was thinking this question should be asked from you. Why are you learning English language? You are a person who is doing a job or expecting to do a better job in the society. You see this society as a whole connected with the the only communication language as English, not the only communication language, Sinhala, Tamil. Those languages are also quite obvious in our society where we work. But if a person who is really capable of communicating with English language, there's something to be proud with that one. Because this is considered as an international language, so you can be an international standard person. That's not a thing to be proud, but really you can be proud. You can be with those kinds of people who are speaking this language around the world. Many people can be seen as native people. When you search YouTube, you would find so many videos only with native speakers in English. UK, USA. You have only to search. You have to type something on the search bar. Native English speakers, UK or USA or Australia. Or there are so many countries who speak English as a native language. So you can go your path beautifully. You can continue your career beautifully if you have good level of English. There are lots of exams, IELTS, and so many other exams, professional exams that you can pass and you can enter to the very high competitive and well paid competitive job market in those developed countries. There's ongoing saying that those countries are also going to down and going to be bankrupt as a country, not by a person. And people are thinking, should I go now to those countries? They are going to hell. What will happen to Sri Lanka? That's also not going to be the same. It's too deep. This country cannot be developed within 10 years or 15 years or 20 years. We can't see. But we wish it would happen soon. It would happen soon. The fruits will be cultivated by us and by our children and the children's as well. If you can this language well, you can apply so many jobs. Hmm? And also, without applying for jobs, there are so many benefits that one can get when they speak language because so many philosophers and great book authors have written so many books which give us inside knowledge, sometimes career knowledge, and so many things by English language. It's not by in English language. So you can access to every resource only if you know English language well. That's why English has become so crucial in our daily life. And yet, there is a big problem. There are some ongoing mafia who is teaching English and get a big amount of money. Think about this situation. How much have you spent throughout your lifetime to get a good English education? I mean, tuition classes. Not, I'm not mentioning about school time because I am still hoping my YouTube viewers should be the people who are doing jobs because I'm teaching English for the people who are doing jobs. They should get promotions and they should seek the good job opportunities which is overseas. And that's why I'm searching. I, I was searching YouTube during that corona time. I was searching whoever the teacher, who is that teacher, whoever, anyone teaching English in a meaningful way that student can understand it. I was searching, but luckily I didn't find anyone who is teaching clearly, using simple techniques and teaching almost every element in English language in an understandable way. That's why I'm here because of the niche market which was on YouTube. I got this huge opportunity, and I am gratitude to the universe as well as my teachers and the books referred, the books which were referred by me, and thanks for my YouTube viewers as well. Now my speech is to reach in 15 minutes. That's a quarter of an hour. You can see the time while you are speaking, and then you can get a bit of encouragement, like yeah, I was speaking about that time. That's really fascinates you. One of the first reason that I am speaking in front of my camera is I can see my all facial expressions. So I would really be able to communicate with people with a happy mood. At the first stage of my YouTube career, I was unable to speak in front of a laptop. So in some of my YouTube videos also, I have mentioned that there is some jokes, and to get a friendly smile is really difficult with a laptop or a computer. But after gaining so much experience only doing online classes to only to YouTube videos, YouTube viewers, at the first stage I was doing classes for school children, and after that, when the corona hit, I was not in a place where to conduct classes normal. So I continued my this online part, and I am doing classes now online. That's really easy, and at the same time it's challenging. So today's the topic I have selected today for my speech is there are rich people and there are poor people. Both are happen to be with failures. Huh? Are there rich people? They happen to be with failures. We only have noticed that poor people are happen to be with failures. At first, let's think how rich people face failures. The first one is they don't have time. Every time the rich people are blaming that I don't have time for this function, I don't have for this one, and I don't have time for anything. Today I have my day late at night. Sometimes it's over 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have to get up early in the morning. My every wake up time is around 5 o'clock. From 5 o'clock, I have to think about my health, and I have to revise my businesses and what I'm going to do in the future with my businesses and other purposes as well. So the rich one is always complaining, I don't have much time. Sometimes he is blaming to himself, to his family members, and sometimes his richness as well. We have seen in many religions, only rich people donate big amounts of money. They sometimes donate their cars, and sometimes they donate big houses and big buckets of money as well. Why do they do that? One reason maybe they are having big amount of money, they don't have something to do with that money, and they are thinking, can I get this amount of money in my next life, or when the world throws challenges to me, when I don't get any money, these good deeds will reward me in the future. So that might be one reason. The rich people always complaining that one business is not enough. They try one business and they gain big profits from that one, and collecting so many people around them and advising them and gathering, they make their close workers. Every time there is a function at their home, all workers are at their home and helping with those kinds of work as well. So being a rich man sometimes is a blessing, and if we don't think about the richness clearly, our mindset would our mindset would automatically destroy the richness and our happiness as well. Do you think the rich people always be happy and they're always proud about themselves? And do they spend a better life? Hmm? You can imagine you have a big amount of money and you have every luxury facilities that you need to spend a better life. And Will you be happy? You are sitting on the most comfortable chair on this planet. Would you be happy? It's your mindset. It's a bliss, never. It's no doubt having a lot of money is a bliss. On this, on the other hand, having a lot of money might be one of his failures. Having a good mindset, having a lot of money, having trustworthy workers, having faithful friends, and gathering all of this with a combination of all those ones make a better person, make a happy person. Think you have every facility that you need and you don't have faithful friends. What's the purpose of? You have money and there is no one to spend this money with. You have your family members and you have of your own willingnesses, and that's on one side. Sometimes rich people blame that though I have money, I don't have any satisfaction. Oh, that's a tricky answer. Can't money bring happiness? Greatest philosophers Aristotle and the Lord Buddha and Jesus and those great religious teachers have taught us the way how to be happy, to be a good person, to be a moral person, to be a social friendly person. Have they been told you to be a rich person? To be a rich person with good morals. If you are a rich person, you can enjoy yourself, you can eat what you want, you can maintain a good, healthy life, and you can support people. Who in this society supports with his money to the needy people in the society? We hardly see the people who have big amounts of money do social services work in our country and me, not in abroad but in our country. We hardly see. Wherever we see a dancer, only the people who are not so rich, they are contributing. The people who are so rich, they're thinking, according to my richness, I should give to that dancer about 5 lakhs or but the same. The 5 lakh might be not good because all the function can run within 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs. I would remain silent. Hmm? You have witnessed those kinds of behaviors of rich people. Why are you thinking to be rich? Because you want a separate life, you want to get a good house built, and you want a comfortable chair, and you want to spend the rest of your life with your loved ones and family, a leisure life. Can you imagine you want a life where you don't want to work? Can you survive without working? Imagine you have 10 million or 20 million rupees, and only you have to do is to enjoy the life and to spend the life leisurely. Would it be interesting? Nice. God knows that. So having a lot of money is no doubt is blissful, not is blissful. Now I'm reaching my speech to 25 minutes. Still, I'm enjoying. I'm really enjoying my time, and I hardly did any mistake during this speech. What about poor people? You and I and many people in our society can be seen as poor people. First of all, shall we see why have they been so poor? The first one may be, no doubt, bad luck. Though we strive harder with our knowledge and educational qualifications and with our talents, however we strive harder, nothing would happen to our success path. That's really bad luck. We are the people who are born with bad luck. Bad luck can be turned into good luck after years of struggles. The greatest teacher, Lenin, had told that sometimes your efforts, sometimes your decades of efforts will bring nothing, and sometimes your weekly efforts or efforts of the day can last decades because luck would definitely happen for the people who work really hard. If you trust your luck, you should work really harder. If the people not if the people only trust their luck, they are not going to work harder because they trust their luck will be going to be reaping so soon. That's why they are not going to work so hard. That kind of a perception that they might be having. Hmm. Speaking like this really fascinates and make me interested. You would get the same uh, intention and you would get the same encouragement and happiness while you are speaking this language. Because when you only speak, you can identify in what way that you are speaking. How about your pronunciation and which words come to your mouth initially and instantly, and what kind of words that are not coming but really needed in that moment. Hmm. I can remember the first time that I was attended to a tuition class. It is for English when I was at grade 6. It's Sangaram. I have mentioned to my YouTube viewers in a couple of my YouTube videos. When I was admitted to that tuition class, I didn't even know the alphabet as well. How can a teacher teach a student to write and read without knowing alphabet? Hmm. That kind of a big process and hard burning and lots of punishments behind that achievement. When I was at university, I was referring to the dictionary and I was writing the important words that I found at that time. There's a past tense that I found and I wrote the meanings and I made myself some example sentences. At that time, I was studying behind the corridor and there was a separate desk for me and sometimes the friends who were visiting the canteen and after having their snacks sometimes bring me some with a plenty and place on my table for my education. That's how some of my friends supported me during that time as well. And that at that time I didn't think to be a teacher of English. I wanted to improve this language to a considerable level. At that time, I was having a big dream to be a genius of English. That's not a good word for now. It's a really joking one. To be a genius of English. Wow, that what a great perception that a teacher can achieve who teach English, who teaches English. So life changes every time we have challenges and obstacles, at the same time, opportunities and chances. Everything is presented in this world. You have to try harder and harder day by day. If you put one step today, you can put a couple of steps tomorrow, and you can continue with more steps day after tomorrow and continuing every day. You are reaching to your mission and to your dreamy world. That's happening. But it's not going to happen so soon, so quickly as we wish. Because the Mother Nature has some kind of a plan for everyone. So Mother Nature would have the same plan for you and me and everybody. Let the Mother Nature play his own plan towards us. Only thing we can do is do our best for ourselves and for the entire society. Let's talk about poor people, how a lifestyle they are maintaining. And at the same time, I was thinking that can I put those two people to one place? Imagine a party. You can see rich people on one side, and you can see the poor people on the other hand, on the other side at the same time. Were they going to talk to each other? Were they going to not were they? Would they be going to, at the previous one also, would they be going to be contacted friendly? And there is going to, will there be going to a mixed one? Imagine you are in a marriage party and the rich people on your side always try to connect with the rich people on your side, on the other side as well. The poor people gathers to the poor people side because those two types of people having different types of mindset. So rich people don't like to engage with poor people, and poor people fear and they feel shy to engage with rich people. That's why those people are not connected with each other. Only where their help is needed, they come together and work for their common purpose as well. That's a health purpose. You have might understand. You might have understood the situation. I don't know whether you are rich or you are poor or you are in the middle. That's no problem. All right. Think about a time the rich person is here and the poor person is here. Both of them are under a mango tree. Who would be the most happiest one? The rich people is under the same kind of mango tree, and the poor person also is under the same kind of mango tree. Who would be the richer? Not the richer. Who would be the happier? Sometimes the rich person may be happier. Sometimes the poor person may be happier. Sometimes the both persons might be so happier. Who knows? The mental condition that you are maintaining. Sometimes great philosophers and great teachers have mentioned that not the amount of money, not the bank notes that you have in make you rich person. If you are rich in good contacts, good virtues, you don't have bad behaviors, and you think about other people, and you always try to help other people, and you try to make other people's laugh, and you are always with people when they feel happy, both happy and they feel sad, then you are a rich person, aren't you? Imagine this situation. You didn't have any t-shirt to wear. You only had a sarong. You don't have anything to wear to your upper side. So once you get a t-shirt as a gift, still are you poor? No, you are rich. Having the needy things, sometimes that thing might not be very interesting and valuable for some person, but some person might value it a lot. Hmm? The person who doesn't have the thing he should get, he try to get that one. That's he thinks happiness. Sometimes rich people get tangled with some kind of a trap that they already have been making. For example, here's a rich person, he is having so many businesses and he is getting big profits and he is supporting his workers, and he is nurturing his family members and helping friends, relatives, and the neighbors as well. And he is doing works which are for charity. And still, there's so much money, and he's going to start another business. And after that one, he's going to start another one. He is going to capture the whole village and the town and the country. Then he tried to expand his businesses into the globe, not global, into globe. There's never ending. Those are never ending. Mind always wondering here and there, what should I do now? I have huge amount of money and what I would do with that money. Sometimes the person who is really rich, he don't have things to do with his money. On the other hand, the poor person who has great aspirations and hopes to be fulfilled, yet there isn't enough money. Bit of confusion with these two topics, the rich person and the poor person. Once who is a poor person will definitely be a rich person as the time goes by with lots of efforts. First, as a student, my advice is to be a rich person, even though you are the present moment you are a son of a poor father's family. Get every possible knowledge that you can get through YouTube or social media, through newspapers or some teachers, basically, and anything, journals that might be. Get every knowledge and then try to expand your knowledge into experience. You can get some experience of doing some kind of small jobs, some part-time jobs, and doing household chores, and sometimes working in the repair shops. You can repair broken any electrical appliance. You can give it a small try to earn some money. When you find the value of the money, the next step is you are going to invest. You are going to save. You are not a person to spend all the money that you are having. You try to save some amount of money because you have dreams to be achieved. Okay? So there's a good saying that 1/4 of your income should be spent for food, and 2/4 of your income should be spent for health, and the other quarter should be spent not help for someone else. Only 1/4 of your expend income should be spent for food, and 1/4 for saving, and 1/4 for future investment, and 1/4 for maintaining your health. That's a great saying. But who in this society 1/4 is spent only for food? Today, the price of goods are really high. We can see the rocketing rate of prices. Hmm? When you visit the shop today, the prices might be, we can assume 100 rupees. The next day, you're going to visit the same product, the same vegetable, the same food. Now, the quality is also the change or reduced. The price is going to up. That's happening. In Sri Lanka, that's happening. So changes every time you have to face with. So earning money has been one of the major problems that people are having because they are thinking, what amount of money should I have to spend at least to survive, not to spend a better life to our survive as well. Moving to the topic, what are the failures of rich people and poor people are having? Yes, poor people are always thinking that they are having bad luck. Whether they tried or not, nothing would happen for them. They have seen there are so many people out in the society have gained so much money and so much power, and they have acquired a better life with lots of facilities, and their children are studying in international schools and having a wonderful standard of living. What about my children? They don't have even uniforms, good uniforms. The bag is also broken, no books, no pens. They only just walk to school. My children and myself is having a poor life. That's bad luck. Nothing can change my bad luck. So why should I try harder? I should do this job and earn my daily living. And with that money, if I could nurture and help my children with education as well. That's enough. No future development, no plans, no businesses, no improvements. The same day spent as today going to be the same day to tomorrow as well. That kind of mindset poor people are having. They're not going to get risks. They fear for risk because if they take a risk and that if that risk throws challenges and if that risks draw you back to the bottom of your life, who are there for your lifeline? No one. That would be another reason why poor people still remain as poor, because they are not going to get risky actions in their life, because once they take the risk, if they failed, so they are damned. They are jammed into the very bottom, which is really difficult to even to get up, not even to breathe in, not to get up. All right, that's why. That's why. Have we noticed that there is a close connection with the poverty and the efforts? Hmm. I'm a teacher and I'm doing YouTube videos and I'm motivating and I'm spending my time. Now the time is closing to 11 o'clock. Still, I'm doing a YouTube video and this will be uploaded in about 1 hour. And I have to revise, I have to check that one and to make a thumbnail. And a lot of time is consuming for those activities. Have I a time? Do I have not have? Do I have a time even to sleep early in the morning tomorrow morning? I also have a class. That's an individual class. Although I'm a good YouTube teacher, I have to do individual classes as well. During only if I have time, I don't let my time to fly away without any purpose. So that doesn't mean I only try to earn money. No, I'm a person who is enjoying my time wonderfully well. I have a lot of time to enjoy my day. I must have time to spend the time with my wife and to go around the village with her. Sometimes for picnics as well. For going picnics, I have to get some vacations, some holidays from your classes as well. But I hardly do. Yes, I want to remind one thing. Whether you are rich or poor, you have to face with lots of difficulties. One of them is health risks. We have noticed that many rich people have very rich health risks. They have sugar and so many sugar and depression and heart problems, hmm, cholesterol, so many rich illnesses. Hmm. They have money and they have health risks and issues. What's the purpose of money? Whether they, if they cannot cure those illnesses with money, whether you are poor or rich, it doesn't matter to your body to make you ill, to make you sick. So mind your tongue, mind your mouth, what you're gonna eat. Sometimes you might not have time, whether you're rich or poor. You get a quick breakfast and you miss your very important lunch, and you then get a brunch combining those two meals, and that kind of lifestyle you're having. You can call to 729 and 729 and bring foods to your home and order foods to your home and enjoy the time. But have you ever thought about the health risks? On the other hand, the poor person who is having much desires to have and eat out, to bring foods, to order foods, and to have a feast, they don't have money. They have aspirations and they don't have health risks and issues. Yet they are they are maintaining an unfulfilled desires. Mm. Lots of problems in life. Being a poor person is also the same. Being a rich person is also the same. If you don't build up your mindset into a good one. Sometimes you have 1,000 rupees, only 1,000 rupees. Hmm? I can remember the time when I was living with my parents. My father was the only person who supports the family, who supported the family. And that time he earned only 500 rupees, and for food, it would take 300 rupees for our education, clothing, and medicine. That was not enough. But during that time, we had a wonderful time as kids because we had a playful time. hmm, We had good friends. We have places to visit. There were trees outside everywhere with nuts and fruits. We enjoyed the time. Now, what would happen? Sometimes people don't have the initial things for their life. Sometimes people don't have a house. That's too pathetic. If a person don't doesn't have a house to live in, what's the purpose of living on this planet? Everyone out in our society has a house, but some person in our society doesn't have a house. What's the responsibility of us? What's the responsibility of us? Hmm? It's not a responsibility of ours, but that person should be in a place to build some kind of hut matching to his amount of money. We are thinking dreamy houses, and we are going to build that dreamy house one day, and we reject to build a house with the amount of money that we are having. Poor people are always trying to figure out and try to show others as amount, some rich people. Though they don't have money, they spend money for luxury goods. Though they don't have money, they send their children to international schools, which is really unbearable. It's good if they have money. I'm not talking about that one. The rich people, the poor people who don't have money, yet they spend money for unnecessary foods. Why do they behave like this? Hmm? I cannot figure out why this is happening. But someday, somehow, everyone should gain that one. Likewise, we can talk within our topics of our own. Whether you are talking in the topic or out the topic, it doesn't matter at the initial stage. If you are talking something which is relevant and the other person is going to understand what you are saying, that's okay. You can change the topic after speaking 1 minute or 2 minutes or a couple of minutes, and you can again come back to the topic. Yes, I forgot to talk on the topic, so I repeat all of you, and I would like to continue with this topic. Hmm. How many people among us would take the opportunities to speak in front of the public? The first one, you are not going to speak this language, is really you are going to be feared. Hmm? That one reason. You have some amount of grammar and you have so many words and clear structures that you are having. You have got a beautiful, not beautiful, you have got a clear systematic education throughout your school journey. And after finishing that one, sometimes it might be your education into your university as well. And yet, you are not going to speak. Why? You fear to speak because you think other people might judge you. That's also poor, not about money. It's a poor performance. You have ability, You have strength, but you let fear to drag you back and pull you down. Why would you let him to pull you down, to flat you onto the floor? The decision is up to you. Whoever among us try to speak with their friends, hmm, you have participated so many classes and there are so many members in those classes, and who among us try to connect with a partner in that group and try to speak. Sometimes there are people who are really rich, they try to hire teachers hourly. Sometimes the hour charge may be 1,500 rupees, and sometimes it might be extended into 2,000 or 2,500, depending on the richness of the person. Some teachers like that one, like that, not one, like that. Okay, poor people, poor people. Sometimes people think according to the dress that they are wearing. Imagine I'm wearing the same shirt every day for every YouTube video. The viewers might be thinking, this sir might be so poor. It's good to donate some t-shirts or some shirts for him. Simplicity and the preference on clothes, everybody is not the same. Some people like clothes and some people don't like different kinds of clothes. Wearing clothes, colorful clothes, and various kinds of clothes every time. That's not a, a feature of being rich or being poor. That's so poor. Sometimes a person who is really rich and have a car, have a motorbike, and a three-wheel as well, tuk-tuk, and yet walk to the market. Sometimes people might be scolding and joking at that rich man. He has everything. Why is he walking? Might be he's too stingy. He is thinking about the amount of petrol that he is wasting while he was going to the fair. Sometimes that rich person might be thinking about his entertainment, looking outside and talking with the people that he meet on the way, and to get some fresh air, to have a walk, which is good for physical well-being. Like, we don't know in what manner people are rich and people are poor. People are so poor maintaining a balanced life. Whether you are poor or rich, if you are a person who doesn't have time to engage with your family and to have a friendly conversation at least about half an hour with your family members, and if you don't have time to have a dinner, hmm, three times or four times a week, that's not going to be a good one. If you are a person who is not sleeping with your loved ones, if you are a person who is coming home when everybody at your home is asleep, what's the purpose of your life, whether you are rich or poor? Sometimes you may be striving harder to achieve your goals, to satisfy the goals of your family members, loved ones, and to nourish them, to make their dream fulfill. Yet you forget one main thing, which is relationship among your loved ones and within you. That's the most precious thing that as far as I can imagine. Relationships, maintaining a friend relationship works a lot. Imagine you have to face a funeral at your home without having people at your home. your mind would be sorrowful. You should have friends and the people and the known people around you. That's some kind of richness that you can achieve. If you are a person who is not going to contact with your neighbors and you don't have friends and you don't have enough time to engage with them and you are not going to help with their problems and with special events, you are not going to participate as a purpose of having friends. Hmm? Whether you're rich or poor. The word whether has been used in this context a lot. You have noticed in cricket matches, the commentary, they may be talking wonderfully well, and their pronunciation is really interesting, mainly Indian people. It's quite obvious for other people who are really native. Now, ladies also engage with the cricket commentary, IPL, and so many matches. This is out of the topic speaking. That's okay. That's a kind of richness. Rich people try to get others' participation for their satisfaction. Imagine uh, the owner of the Hyderabad team pay well for the players in other countries and get their participation for the team. They're enjoying their play because they are having a such mental situation that they know those players and he has the enjoyment and the proud how they are playing. Whether they win or fail, that's not going to be their fault. Everything has to be for the honor. Sometimes rewards are given. Recently, one of our best cricketers was given a very big chain for uh, satisfying his all efforts that he did in that match. Likewise, rich people can buy people's talents and enjoy from that talents as well. But imagine you are driving your vehicle and you got a flat tire. There is nowhere for a repair shop. And what would you do? You have to seek the help of others. You have to wait someone pass by. Hmm. Just think. Be rich with good relationships. Be rich if you are poor. Be rich with a good health conditions. Be rich with a good mindset. Be rich who can be a person at least 1 or 2 hours with your loved ones or family members. You should be rich to help the society. You should be rich to help people in need. So your life would be wonderful. Who among us like to be that kind of rich person? Everybody dreams to be a rich person, to have a bigger house, the most luxurious vehicle on the planet, and try to visit the highest demanding places in developed countries. Sometimes they would like to get their wedding in a luxurious hotel, spending a huge amount of money. That's no doubt a good achievement, but it's a showing, according to my perspective, and according to my um, understanding. Many rich people try to show off with their money. Why? They are thinking that they can get a mental satisfaction when other people see their richness. And once other people see their richness, their mental situation is going up. They assume. So, what about the poor ones? They definitely be selfish for themselves because they don't have much money to help with the other problems who are having. Sometimes those people might be their relatives, close friends, but what can they do? Even they don't have money to survive for themselves. How can he help with money? No, 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 not with money. There are so many ways that you can help. In that case, you're going to be a rich person. Imagine you know something better than other person, and if the person in need, you can support with your knowledge. Sometimes you can instruct to a person. Give your children a good education. Someday, if you cannot achieve the success you really deserve, your children someday would really be rich persons in the society and would lighten your life and both their life as well. So this is the initial speak that I was expecting to do. Lots of obvious reasons behind this speech. This is an hour speech and really fascinates me a lot. And inside tells, wow, what a big achievement that I was speaking without having a single drop of water. Be a person who can speak in English only consuming a drop of water, having lots of energy within you. You can do that one. Yes, during this whole hour, I spoke, sometimes on the topic and sometimes out of the topic. It doesn't matter. Only matters is only matter is whether you speak or you put pauses, and if you continued with your speaking wonderfully well, and are you a person who is enjoying your speech and your sound pronunciation, I mean, and the behaviors and facial expressions while you are speaking, right? And this is a good aspiration and a big achievement in my life. Sometimes when you are going to speak, time doesn't go. Time struck in the same place. You may be watching at the time 1 minute, when it becomes 2 minutes. That may be so difficult when you get start. I can speak an hour at the same time. I can teach you how to speak an hour. In my YouTube videos, or you would always find how to build sentences. Sentences are spoken if you have the ability to construct of your own beautiful, meaningful, and bigger sentences using almost every possible structure. You are in a good place to speak this language. All right, this is the end of my speech, and thanks for watching this YouTube video. And I really appreciate your view on this video. I don't know how many people would watch this video, but this is an aspiration, and I tried my best. This is initially for my development as well as a bit of motivation for on your side as well. Right? Thanks a million for watching my YouTube videos. If you like this video, put a like, and if you have something to tell me, put a comment. And if you're thinking that this video should be shared, please share this video. And if you are really keen on my growth, please do subscribe my channel. And thank you very much for watching this YouTube video. I am Charmer Prabhat.